Hello, Robloxians. I know a lot of you know about Make a Cake. And it was one of my first games I've ever played. I started on 2019.
That's 2 years ago.
Yeah. So I've been on Roblox for about like 3 years. Maybe I downloaded it on 2018, I don't know. And it has been one of my favorites for a long time. And I've also wanted to show you a few things. I have a big cake. I have steps to making a cake. Roll it, shape it, and then add candles. I have a cake monster, giant noob, poison cake, cursor, but the button that you press to get that badge, and the cake pick guy. And so, when I played Make a Cake, it wasn't very popular. It was very basic. You would just basically make a cake. And you can feed the giant noob, there was the VIP and stuff. Those were really the only exciting things in the badges. There were a few other things, like the cookbook and the teleport and the other badges. And I tried to get a lot of those, and I got a lot of them. And back then, it wasn't the Make a Cake you see today. So, when I played, the graphics were kind of good. And I would play it a lot to get the badges. And try to get the baker's dozen. Like the 100 cakes. And so yeah.
What's different about Make a Cake today? So it sounded pretty basic initially.
Yeah, so now the second update, the update that you can see today is you can go to my Make a Cake, which not like I made it, like the Make a Cake that I saw when I joined Roblox.
Uh-huh.
And you can also go back to the very first Make a Cake, because this one is called Make a Cake Back for Seconds. Haha. Very funny. So like Make a Cake 2. And the second update I can remember was they kind of changed the like buttons and some other things. Like they made the input and output things so you can know where to put your things. And your cakes. Oh my god, I called cakes things. How could I? And it looked like they were like drawn. Maybe they were used by, what do you call them? Where you draw on them and it comes up on you.
Oh, Wacom tablet.
Yes, Wacom tablet, thanks. Yeah, it looked like they were drawn by a Wacom tablet. And by drawn, I mean like drawn.
I think you would call that illustrated, maybe.
Yeah. And I think they made a new menu and some new badges. And before that update came, I realized that you can literally like walk around the toilet. The toilet when you get pooped out of the giant noob.
So for people who are watching your documentary and learning all about Make a Cake, if they want to play with you, are they able to do that? Can they like visit your area or something?
What do you mean visit my area?
Like, do you have your own little land where you're making cakes, or how does that game work?
Well, it's like a giant factory. It's based, and there is like, I think 5 stations.
Okay.
One is the rising station. Another is like, I think it's like, it's getting your cake ready to be like frosted. Oh wait, I think there's actually 6.
Okay.
Because then there's like the shaping area where like turns your cake in, and you can also like assist in like shaping cakes, which a very good idea is to get 1,000 cakes, make them all your own, and then put them all in, and then assist all of them, and you can finally get the badge. And then after that is I think it's the frosting. Oh my god, Gabe. And then it's the toppings. Then it's the giant noob. And there's also, if you buy VIP like me, you can actually get some more stations, like the kind of weird stations I haven't really tinkered around with. And then there's the museum. It has 2 portals. One to the first Make a Cake, one to the Make a Cake that I joined Roblox in.
Okay.
So, and also, the museum has some more new exhibits. So as more animals. And what else is there? There is, I think, instead of the, and you had to go through like the 2 halls to get into like the, what do you call it, the history, yes! And then, but now you can just walk through an open door and see all the history of old Make a Cake. And now it lets you go to the Illuminati area and it also lets you to go to the getting futuristic badge. Right? Hey, where's my badge? So, if you go in the giant noob, you turn into a poop. And you can also turn yourself into a cake! Like this guy up here. Oh, it's also a cake monster. And you can go into the toilet, and once you go down the sewers, you can hit the bowling pins and get some money! Money, money, money. Not Robux. I know you all are being like, free Robux. Thinking I'm a scammer. But, no, I'm true. And there's also, if you go up in the toilet, you can find this weird talking cake. But it doesn't give you any badges. I thought that was the getting futuristic badge, but it's not. Oh yeah, and just the beginning of this year for the anniversary of Make a Cake, they released like the giantest update. And then just a few days ago, they released another giant update that I can't even handle. Which let you go into my old Make a Cake, not the one I made. I have not made a Make a Cake. I have not made a Make a Cake.
So can people add you or play against you or anything? Or play with you?
Well, if you, in the VIP, I think it's in VIP, I don't know, but you can play. No, it's in the cafe. I forgot to talk about the cafe. It's like where you can find Cookie Monster, but, uh-oh. They wouldn't get copyrighted. They didn't want to get copyrighted. So they didn't use the name Cookie Monster. And also there's an old guy where you can get a badge from. Oh, and something, before the witch was up at the top of the cake batter area, there used to be this Mario thing, but now it's kind of gone. But then it moved to the cafe, but it wasn't Mario really anymore. Now it's also back in the cafe, but it's still not where it belongs to be. And now there's a witch up in the cake batter place making cake batter. Why a witch?
Well, let's wrap this up. This has been a great documentary. I've learned a lot about Make a Cake.
Yep.
Anything else you want to say?
I just want to say thank you to the Benzer for creating Make a Cake and making me very happy and making me want to make a cake about Make a Cake. Maybe for my next birthday I'll have a Make a Cake cake. Well, thank you to you listening, the Benzer, and that's it.